Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today's video is based off of the biblical quote, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord." So if you've chosen not to avenge yourself of something or to let something go that someone's done to you, then this video is for you, and it's going to be about what God is going to do or how will God's wrath take care of the situation for you. Okay, so we have four groups to choose from. We have this Polychrome Jasper and the ninth house, Black Onyx and Leo, Chrysocolla and Mars, pink Aragonite, and the 11th house. So go ahead and select your pile using your intuition. The timestamps will be in the description. I will see you guys in your reading. Okay, hi group one, welcome to your reading. Those of you who picked this Polychrome Jasper and the ninth house, this is your reading on how will God's wrath take care of this situation for you. So as I was, pulling out the cards, I kept hearing like, how will God fulfill on his promise? So I don't know. I feel like with some of you guys, you've made like a concerted effort to not retaliate on the basis that, God is going to take care of this for you. The universe is going to take care of this for you. And yeah. So I got that. I definitely got that sense of this being a promise of something that will happen. And so right in the middle, right here, we have a year from now. So this is something that's going to happen a year from now. And yeah, so, okay. I'll start here. Mystery in reverse. I rest in the unknown. Change me, divine beloved, into one who rests peacefully in the unknown until the right and timely actions are shown. I offer the mystery to you alone. And I keep getting, I keep zeroing in on this outfit. It looks like what this person is going to wear the next day, and it's there and it's folded for them. And then just having this cup of water, it's like I feel like God has already like prepared this, and it's already been prepared for, and you can rest in knowing that this has already been prepared. Yeah, and when you wake up, it will already be there for you, sort of thing, right? So anyways, so what is this situation? So the situation that I see, here we have lockjaw. A good guard dog is hard to find. And we have the lion and the deer. So with these two cards, I'm getting like these two opposing sort of energies. Like for a guard dog, when you think of a guard dog, it's it's somebody who is, and it doesn't matter, right? Like I know we're talking about animals, but I'm referring to humans in this sense as well. But in the example of a guard dog, it's like, on the one hand, they're loyal, they're supportive, you can count on them. They have all those attributes, but at the same time, they're like pretty ferocious and dangerous and scary, and they will defend and protect you. Pretty much, even if their life depended on it, or even if they can kind of get killed in the process. I'm thinking of from John Wick 4, the dog that was in that movie with that guy who was trying to kill John Wick, who eventually kind of, switched. Anyways, I'm not going to ruin the movie, but there was a guy in the movie that was also trying to kill John Wick, and he had a dog, and that dog was like his partner, completely loyal, completely loyal, but at the same time was like a beast in the way that he defended him. So it's like these two things, right? Same with the lion and the deer. It's like the lion is pretty ferocious. And then the deer is very gentle and sweet and comes across very loving. And so it's like these two opposing sort of energies. So what I'm getting for what this person is going to experience is like, I feel like they're in a year from now. I feel like they're going to be, with this number 22, I feel like they're going to want to build something. They're going to want to create something or expand something with this new moon in Sagittarius. Like they have intentions and plans that they're going to feel very optimistic about, with luck is on your side. And they're going to need people. Like I'm seeing all these people that are gathered around, and they're going to need a network. You see this globe and all these dots, it's like this network. They're going to need a network in order to build this. And I feel like they're going to really struggle with people, in the sense that they want, it's going to be like they're going to want somebody has all these things, right? That's really great at what they do, but has to be like really loyal and all those things. But it's like they're going to feel like, I feel like they're not going to want to take any chances on people, like, because they're not going to believe that that loyalty is there. Like they're going to think that everyone's going to bite them in the ass. That they can't really trust in anyone. Like a good guard dog is hard to find. And for them, it really will be hard to find. And I feel like they're just going to really struggle with having connections and networking and building and accomplishing what they want to accomplish, because of the people that they're not going to be able to want to take a chance with. It's like they're going to have to trust people, and they're not going to be able to. Or there's going to be people who they do trust, who they do think are loyal and committed and there for them. But when, push comes to shove, it's going to be proven to them otherwise. And I'm starting to feel that a big chunk of them, like that's really what it is going to be. And then they're going to have a harder and harder time. I'm just going to cleanse a little bit. They're going to have a harder and harder time, manifesting or creating anything, because what they need requires people. I kind of feel like, with this 9th house right here too, I'm feeling like, they're going to be taught a lesson. Like this is literally a lesson, because with the 9th house, I'm thinking Sagittarius and like, I just about learning and teaching. So I feel like they're going to be taught that they cannot trust people. And it's not even that they can't trust people. It's that good people are hard to find. People who have all the skills, have, who are like genuine and true and loyal. I almost feel like these are the type of people who do not put a value, or we're not putting a value on loyalty or how good someone treated them. And it's really, with crystals and amplification, like this is really going to be amplified. This teaching and this lesson to them they really should have valued people who have been loyal to them, have been good to them, have been sweet to them, have been kind to them, as opposed to taking that as like a weakness, or taking advantage of that, or using it, and then them being like kind of like the wolf in sheep's clothing. And now it's like when shit hits the fan, they're gonna see that like the value of those people who were actually good to them. May you believe, may the seed deepen your faith. Yeah, and they're going to have a hard time getting out of this. They're going to have a very hard time getting out of this, because I'm putting this with the Fool card, and it's like it's going to be really, really hard for them to want to take a chance on people, because that's going to be sort of like the outcome of these lessons and this teaching. I feel like, what I'm feeling like too? I just got this feeling like with crystals and amplification, I'm feeling like the earth is like man, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like the earth, this is like part of the earth's intentions right now. This is what I'm getting. The earth is intending to teach and to teach people. That's what I'm getting with crystals and amplification. Like there's some sort of intention that's set deep in the earth, um, to teach certain lessons, to those who have really hurt or taken advantage or done things to people who have been nothing but kind-hearted and good to them, um, or treated them with just in a really really good way, like had really good intentions with them. I feel like this is going to be like a maze for them to get out of this situation, and they're going to really realize that they need people. I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking of employers, employers, and some stories I've heard like on LinkedIn of. I think it was a story of an employer who had let people work from home, right? And eventually decided that they didn't want anyone to work from home anymore and that everyone had to come into the office, and they did not care on people's situations, and it was just like that's what it is. That's too bad. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You can quit. And literally majority of the people quit, and they were severely impacted by that, and they realized like how much they needed people, and now they have to go through the whole process of finding people to work for them and finding good people as well. It's like they wanted to I don't know, exert some sort of like power over others, because they could, and then they later realized, well, I mean, it's kind of a lesson, right? It's kind of a lesson, right? It's a bit of a teaching. I feel like this is that sort of similar energy of like needing people to build something with you and needing those people to be good, and then sort of taking advantage of your position or taking advantage of something, you know, and yeah. So this is what I'm seeing that's gonna happen to them. Is they're going to have a hard time getting out of this situation of not being able to find the right people, you know. And I feel like the earth, I don't know, I just getting this feeling like this is like the earth's intentions right now. I keep getting this, like I could see some like seeds at the core of the earth with this crystals and amplification, and I feel like this is the time that like the example I just gave about employers, or people who have tended to be in a position of authority or power, or who have abused that in some sort of way just because they could. And so I feel like the earth's intentions right now is to shift the dynamic of that, so that, in favor of the good, like in favor of the good, in order to protect the people who have been, kind-hearted and like innocent in a way, and sort of loving and good intentioned. So anyhow, this is what I'm getting. That this person needs people to build what they're trying to build. They need a network. They need people, and they're gonna really, really struggle to find people who are loyal and good. The people that they do take a chance on are going to prove to them, are going to teach them. They're going to teach them pretty well that they cannot trust others. And I think they're gonna, not just that they can't trust others, but that good people are hard to find. Especially the people who are like skilled and not just good-hearted, but like, when here's another example, and I keep getting, maybe this has to, some of you guys, this has to do with employers, because I keep getting like employers in this as examples, but maybe it doesn't have to do with it. Whatever. I just lost my train of thought. Boop. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway, and I'm being drawn to this mystery card. It's just, I think you're being recommended and to to just chill out about this. Like it's going to take care of itself, right? You can rest knowing that, everything is prepared. And you will sort of see how things turn around, because then it's not just going to be for you. This is a lot of people that are in this situation, right? It's like, I feel like that, and the earth is tired of it. Like, I feel like the earth is just tired of this, and so, the same way that we have intentions, I'm going off topic, but I got to talk about it. Same way we have intentions that we can set, like Mother Earth, Gaia, at its core, has seeds of its own intentions that it's setting as well, for the earth, right? And so I feel like you're very supported in this, because now I'm looking at this group, who are sitting here and sort of praying, and I don't know, like, I'm just getting this feeling of like there's others that are looking at this earth, like this is the earth, right? There's others outside looking at this earth that we live in, and they're sending their energy of support and intentions, to get this done, to correct this for you, and they're doing it now. I'm seeing they're doing it now, but it's gonna come down and hit the earth a year from now. So that's your reading. So that's how God is going to take care of this for you. Like, I mean, whoever this is, if it's an employer, if it's someone who you have a working relationship with, or otherwise, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It's just a situation where someone's going to really start to be taught the value of, I remembered what I was going to say, the value of a good person. It's like when you hire someone, and you just only look at one aspect of their qualifications without really looking at like their characteristics and their attributes as a person, right? And there's things that are invaluable, like in a partner, right? Like, do you want to marry somebody who is, financially or just has certain attributes, or are you also going to look for things like loyalty, kind-heartedness, like how much they actually, like sometimes that means more, right? And good people truly are hard to find. So that is your reading, group 1. If that was weird. Anyway, that is your reading, group 1. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you think someone else would like it. I would appreciate that. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your reading. Those who picked this Black Onyx and Leo, this is your reading on what God is going to do for you and how his wrath will take care of this situation for you. Whew. Okay, so I'm already having to take like a deep exhale. I'll start with this card. Go, the time is right. I feel like this person that you're talking about or asking about is literally running out of time. I feel like they've been given they've been given time. Like, they've been given time. Like, I see flowers and things down here, and I feel like, yeah, they've been given a lot of time. And so I feel like that's why this scenario that's going to go down for them is kind of going to be very harsh and extreme, because they've been given time. Look at how, like, there's literally flowers growing in the sand, at the bottom here. And to me, that represents when, something's been neglected for a really long time, and then you start to see different weeds, plants just randomly growing in areas because it's just been neglected. Like, no one's taking care of it, and it's been there for a long time. It's like seeing a cobweb in a way, in a room. You could see that hasn't been cleaned for a long time. It hasn't been taken care of. So this is where we're at. Okay. So okay, with Animal Kingdom, with Dream Traveler, we have a Garthens right here, manifesting multidimensional perception, attunements. These 3 cards to me represent like the spirit realm, right? Like Agarthans. Okay, so the Agarthans are, they live at the core of the earth, right? And I don't know a lot about them, but it's just fun. It's just so bizarre to me because it's not even bizarre. Sometimes I get surprised by some of the messages I get. Like in group 1, I literally started talking about the seeds that are at the core of the earth. Like there was a crystal card, and I was literally referring to something that is showing up very, very clearly in this reading, which is, I believe that, and that's the message I got in the last pile, was that the earth has its own intentions, right? Like the same way that we have our own intentions. And at the core of the earth, there are seeds like that are sort of like planted or intended, like the way that we intend, and we, plant our seeds, sort of thing. And so with the Agarthans, they're, I guess, a race or a civilization that live at the core of the earth. And I don't know, I'm assuming they do work there, right? And anyways, for the purpose of this reading, I'm just going to say that they live at the core of the earth, and they help manifest the stuff that's gonna probably happen on the surface of the earth. I don't know that for certain, but in this reading, that is what I'm getting, and they're in reverse. So, we have that, right? We have Dream Traveler. So it's being able to tap into other realms, I'm getting, and be able to access, like, through our dreams, through our subconscious, we're able to access information, other information. With Animal Kingdom, I'm thinking of spirit animals, spirit guides, all these things that support us in the spirit realm, that support us in the physical world, right? Like all the things that are behind the scenes that are there to support us, that help us, that feed us information, that guide us, that teach us, that show us, all of these things, right? Tie into Animal Kingdom, Dream Traveler, and Agarthans, right? And so with the folks we're talking about right now, I feel like, and I know, I don't even want to say I feel like, they have been, whatever they've been doing, that has been unjust, it's been happening for a very long time, and they've been given a lot of time. So at this point, God's wrath is pretty much to say that your whole team that is there to make sure you're on the right path. This says happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So this is tied onto their being on the right path, and also their happiness and their peace and their serenity and their sense of like, yeah, it's just their peace and their serenity, right? Their whole team is going on holiday, like literally right here. They're on, I want to say they're on timeout. It's like they've been mandated to take a step back, right? Here we have the Five of Pentacles. So they're not going to be around. This person's literally going to feel left out in the cold, from having access to these multi-dimensional, aspects, information, to their whole team, or just the spirit realm. It's like they're on timeout. Like they're on a timeout. Like there's time has run out, so now they're on a timeout. So there's going to be like no support for them. That's really what I'm getting. And the significance of that has to do with many things. It has to do with, your guides are there to help attune you. Here it says attunement. They're there to help you perceive things, notice things that are significant for you, to draw your attention to things through your dreams, through, feelings, through things that they're pushing to you. I'm getting this right now of like, we push information to you. It's like getting push notifications on your phone. Like they're not getting any push notifications. It's like having the GPS fail on you. They're not going to know what to do. And they're going to be there for a while. And I feel like they're going to run amok as well. Like this is part of it. Like they're going to run amok because I don't know if this person's a Leo, like they don't have to be, but this is just like the energy that I'm getting is that this person is very like bold and out there, in the sense of like they're quick to want to take action. I feel like there's something like where this is like a bad combination. I just got like this is like lethal. Like this is like a lethal dose. Like it's like a strong heavy dose. Like they're not gonna die, but it's pretty strong. It's like ODing. Like right now for some reason I'm getting like Whitney Houston. I remember watching like that Hollywood. I forget the guy's name. Tyler Henry, I think his name is. He's like the Hollywood psychic, and he went to Bobby Brown's house and he was talking about Whitney Houston, and he was talking about how he didn't know that's who he was, and anyways, it doesn't matter. He was talking about how Whitney was coming through, and she was saying how the amount of, I don't know, whatever she took that day was like her regular amount. Like she did not take a lethal dose, but the way that it affected her was lethal. I'm just being reminded of that right now. Is like they're not giving this person a lethal dose of being cut off, but because of their actions or because of something in the physical, it's really going to like cripple them in some way, because like that's sort of like Whitney was saying that it had something to do with her heart. Her heart couldn't take it anymore, or there was some other factor that made it lethal for her. And that's what I'm getting with these two cards of like this has to do with their personality, being very quick to take action. And usually they were able to be quick to take action because they had this support, right? And they were able to get out of things, but now they're going to be taking quick action because they're so accustomed to it, like mentally, like they're so used to just taking quick action that it's going to run such amok because of how bold they are. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So that's what's gonna happen. Like that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, this is not good. Unfortunately, I feel like I got another thing of like, yeah, this is pretty lethal. Like I'm seeing these animals right here. When somebody's dead, it's like a crime scene, and like they draw an outline of the person's body. Like I just heard the animal say, "We're dead to him," or "We're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead to you," or to him. I don't know why it's a him or her. Yeah, and I feel like they're howling, like they're howling at him now. Like maybe I feel like because it's right under the time is right, and it's like the time's running out, right? So I feel like they're howling at him through his dreams, because like I feel like they're howling at the moon, but it's trying to come in through his dreams or the nocturnal times or like at night, because I'm getting the moon. So while this person is sleeping, to let them know, hey, we're gonna have to, we're getting orders like from the Agarthans or from the core of the earth, or it's coming from the higher ups. Like you're gonna be, we're our hands are gonna be tied. Like we're gonna have to leave you out in the cold. And we see like impending doom or disaster about to strike. Like they're letting him know, him or her, I'm getting something with the dolphins as well. Like, yeah, because this is something that whatever this person has done, I feel like this is something that they do. Like, that's what I'm getting with the dolphins is like, dolphins are very social and community oriented, and I feel like this is something they've been doing, like on a social or to the community for a while. Like it's not just you, you know. And again, this is the same message I got for pile 1 near the end, is like, the earth isn't having it anymore. Like, the earth is not gonna have it. I feel like Mother Earth, Gaia, is not having it anymore. Like, I just heard time's up. Yeah, just not having it anymore. So I feel like now the penalties are a lot more strict and severe, for like the big offenders, because it's like time's up. We're not gonna take it. That song, old song. We're not gonna take it anymore. Like, that's what I'm getting. So yeah, they're pretty much done. They're pretty much done. His team is done. They're like, I feel like I just heard we're going on strike. They're going on strike. They're like, you're not listening anyway. So we're going on strike. Like, they're upset too, you know? I just heard that song, Drake, something like 50,000 on my head is disrespect. Like, I'm upset. Like, they're not valuing, this person is not valuing the support that they have or that they're being given, because they're still acting like in such a reckless manner. So that's what it is. Group 2, if you like this reading, please leave a like, comment, let me know how it resonated. Share this video if you think someone else would like it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, hi Group 3, welcome to your reading. Those of you who picked this Chrysocolla and Mars, this is your reading on how God's wrath will take care of this situation for you and what God is going to do. Okay, so this is something that's going to come in very, 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 very quickly. I'm seeing that already with this 8 of Wands and this watch that I'm being drawn to. It's like this person is going to get a big cup, a big dose of I almost like, when I see this 8 of Wands, I'm seeing this is like this person being surrounded with like, and like, kind of like how, like a pack of wolves or a pack of animals will come after someone and surround them. But this is, instead it's like humans with, like a stake with like fire on the tips of it. And so I feel like he's gonna be surrounded. I keep saying he for these. I don't know. The last one I kept saying he. He's gonna be. It's a masculine energy that I'm picking up on with Mars as well. This is like the divine masculine, or represents the divine masculine or the Emperor Mars. It's just that male type of energy, and with this King of Cups as well, it's masculine. Anyway, so this person is going to be surrounded. In a very unpleasant way, right? Very unpleasant. And they are going to, I think they're getting to a point with this reconsider card. Like when I was, to me, these look like gravestones. They look like gravestones. And it looks like, you got your 3 chances. The 3 strikes you're out. This is like, when people play games and they keep track and they go like that. And it's like they took this as a game. Whatever this was, it's like, I feel like this has to do with the way that they functioned on the earth, right? Here we have earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Here we have middle world, which also represents the earth, and the present. It says present right here. So I feel like they took the earth as a game. Like they were very, when it says being in the world, but not of it, I feel like they were very of the world. And they saw it as a game, as a like, where they had to use like strategy and things like this masculine energy, this Mars energy of like how to go about getting things done. I feel like they were very earthly in the way that they functioned and the way that they went about things. And it's like, now the game is done, they can't play the game like that anymore. And I think also too, what I was getting, like I had this really strong feeling when I was laying out these cards of like, I'm just going to say it. It's what's coming up with this gravestone is like this person is getting very close to when they're surrounded, because this is going to be very heavy duty. Like this is very painful. This is going to be a very, very painful experience for them. Whatever it is that's going to happen, like something's going to surround them, you know. This game that they've been playing, or the way that they've been playing this earth game, is like it's like going to come like full circle, and they're gonna be like surrounded, and it's gonna come in very, very heavy and fast. And I'm getting to a point where like this person's going to start considering like unearthing themselves, or like suicide. Like they're gonna have like these types of really, really heavy thoughts for a period of time. And with this enigma, elusive, sensitive mantis beings, I feel like they're going to really struggle with putting their finger on what the hell's going on, you know. They're going to be very confused, but in so much pain. And it's going to be very powerful and have a very influential impact on them, in the sense that I think, you know, even when I laid out this middle world card, like when I think of the middle world, right? So this is in reference to shamanism now and shamanic journeying. Like you can journey to the upper world, the lower world, the middle world, and the middle world is actually the earth, right? But you're journeying out sort of spiritually. So like I know in my middle world journeys, it's you know, it's a hard place, right? Like the earth is a hard place. And you feel the difference of the middle world than you do the lower world and the upper world. And you have to sort of protect yourself when you're journeying out into the middle world. Like I always journey with a companion, and there's a companion right here too. And I just feel like some of these journeys that I've had in the middle world, where you get to see things more from the spiritual aspect, you're not seeing it from the physical, you're seeing it from the spiritual, and you're seeing not just people who are alive, you're seeing people who have passed on but are stuck in the middle world. And the reason why they are stuck is because there's a lack of power for them to ascend or descend wherever they decide that they want to go. And sometimes it's because they have ties to the earth that they're unwilling to let go of, that they're unable to let go of. Or it could be, you know, someone in the community, like a practitioner who wants to stay for his community. Anyways, there's different reasons. But the reason I bring it up is because I kept seeing, and I'm still seeing it right now, is someone who is stuck in the middle world, someone who has left the middle world, someone who is left is no longer alive and is stuck in the middle world and is repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over. And it is so painful to see someone in that. And I feel like sometimes the person could still be alive and in that cycle, and you could see it when you're journeying into the middle world, right? Because you're seeing things on a spiritual level. So I feel like this really strong feeling of this person is going to be trapped in a cycle, and it's going to consider unearthing themselves, whether they do it or not. And I think there's something here with nourish the sacred feminine, and companionship, and enigma and elusive sensitive. Like there's something unclear about this companionship and this feminine. There's something unclear about it. Something very unclear about it. Okay. I just got that if this person does decide to unearth themselves, they are going to be stuck in the middle world because of this connection to a companion, to a person who is very much holding on to their energy. Sometimes people are stuck in the middle world when they pass because of someone on earth is unable to let them go. Like sometimes you could see this with like a parent who loses a child. They are just holding on to them, and that like they're clinging on to their energy. I'm getting that there's something along the lines like this. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Like this is there's some, I'm getting this as the energy of somebody who has regret, um, but doesn't know what it's for. Like it's almost like they've lacked the wisdom. Like they're so deep in their masculine that like they've, when we talk about the feminine, right, we're talking about intuition, receiving messages, nurturing, nourishing, the cycles of the moon, and going with the flow, you know, having compassion, understanding. Not to say that, these are just sort of the things that, and I'm seeing that with this King of Cups, and I don't really know. Like I feel like there's a really elusive element of this reading of what this is going to be, because this is like very, very spiritual, and I feel like this goes really, really deep. Um, but I feel like there's this need for this person, um, to transcend, and in like on the earth, and not be so tied up, because it's like they have to learn to be human, like to be in the world but not of it. And I think that's where the balance of the masculine and the feminine comes into play, right? It isn't just being of the world, and it isn't just being like kind of separate from the world, but in the world, like being a transcended person, or like a monk, or someone who lives separate. It's about being both. And I feel like with this person, they're gonna go through a period where they're gonna go through, like, it's almost like a cycle or a lot of struggles where they're surrounded by so many different things. And I feel like it's, when I look at this Eight of Wands, it's gonna come in very, very strong in the spirit. And the same way there's all these different colors, I feel like it's all these different aspects that are gonna come to them to show them to like live in a more balanced and harmonious way. And it's hard to say what all of these things are, because like I feel like I would need a lot more cards, and because not just a lot more cards, but now I'm looking at the smoke, but because some of this stuff is so like profoundly deep and spiritual, that we don't even fully have an understanding of how it works. And but like we're being told what the path is going to be, is going to be one where this person has to learn how to be both a human, in the sense of like a spirit, and then also like to be in the world but not of it, to be both aspects, to be a spiritual being, and then to also be a human, and enjoy the earth, sort of thing, and find that balance. Otherwise, if they just stick to like one way, it's gonna lead them to feelings of like almost, some would call it mental illness or suicide, or things like that, and where they're gonna be stuck, regardless, like whether they're still alive and they're just repeating the same sort of thing, and it's just very painful to watch, or they're actually going to go ahead and do it, and be stuck in the middle world, and not be able to move because of the connections of the people who are holding on to their energy, or or because they don't feel that they've had enough power to move on. And so there's something very sensitive that's going to develop about this person as a result of this experience. And again, with this Chrysocolla, like I'm getting something about, this is like about the feminine as well. Like they're really going to have to reconsider through the pain of all of this, what it means to be, what emotions mean, because like, and what companionship means. Like, you know, with elephants, like they have very long memories and they're very emotional. And I think that these emotions are going to be so new to this person who's like, they're going to have to face their emotions. And I feel like when I say it's very new, because it's like we're seeing this mantis being in this enigma, elusive, sensitive. It's like a mystery to them. So I'm getting this very mysterious element of this reading. So that's like, you know, what's sort of waiting to happen. I don't want to even say waiting because it seems like it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. Yeah. So I feel like this person's going to be transformed, though. You know, in the grand scheme of it all, right, into this King of Cups who is knows what to do with his emotions, very emotionally intelligent. But it is going to be like hard on this person. You know, and this could also just mean, for some, it could also just mean like, you know, death and rebirth, right? It doesn't have to mean like a physical death. But I do think for a lot of them, it does have to do with contemplating death, you know, unfortunately. So that's the reading group 3. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you think someone else would like to see it. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye. Okay, hi, group 4. Those of you who picked this pink Aragonite and the 11th house, this is your reading on how will God's wrath take care of this situation for you? What will God do for you? So I get that this person, I feel like this person is going to really have a big struggle or with their relationships, right? The 11th house is about relationships. Pink Aragonite is about love and relationships and friendships. And they're just going to be very, very disappointed in what they're getting from others. In terms of, and it's going to reach a point, I think, that it's going to make them feel a really, just a really strong, like, they're going to start questioning themselves, right? Like, it's going to affect their sense of self-worth, their self-esteem. Here we have Hedgehog, acceptance, embrace who you are. And I feel like it's going to be really hard for them with this King of Swords right here. It's going to be really hard for them to understand. Like, it's like they're going to be trying to process this, these difficulties, disappointments that they're having. It's going to be hard for them to process this, like, from a logical standpoint. And I think it's not only going to make them, like, emotionally closed off and unavailable, and I'll get to more of that in a second, because that just took me somewhere else. It's also going to make them question themselves, like, you know, question who they are. It's going to make them, you know, question their self-acceptance, pretty much, right? Like, it's going to, you know, shed doubt on them. And when I said, like, being emotionally and their heart being closed off, or maybe, like, a sense of bitterness or unavailability, I'm seeing this with, like, this portal, Infinite Mind, Awakening Consciousness. And here we have the Lover and the Beloved in reverse. So both of these are in reverse. And, you know, when I say that they become closed off, like, in their heart, I feel like it really signifies being closed off to, like, the universe and the universal spirit. Like, their third eye, their crown, and their heart chakra becomes cut off, you know, because like, you know, when your heart is closed off, when your heart is kind of bitter and closed off, and you're, you know, in that space of rejecting, I feel like there's a lot of wisdom that you're just going to be blocked off from, you know. And I think a lot, and another thing I got to, and is that this is going to affect them in the sense that, because I'm seeing believe in your good luck, first quarter moon in Sagittarius, and I'm associating it with this 9 of Pentacles in reverse and acceptance. I think a lot of their good luck and a lot of the good things that have come to them have come from the fact that they have really embraced who they are, even though they might be a little bit rough around the edges, is what I'm getting with this, with the pricks on this hedgehog and this King of Swords in reverse. Is like they might be a little bit stoic, they might be a little bit I don't want to say cold, but they might have a way about them that I think they're gonna start to question themselves. Like I said, they're gonna start to like maybe accept themselves less. They're gonna start to question their self-worth, their self-esteem. Like all these things are gonna start to be affected, and then it's gonna have an impact on their luck, you know, with love, with relationships, and not just that, but and even their abilities to do things that they were usually pretty strong at doing on their own, or like their strengths are gonna come, like they're gonna start questioning all of it, and it's gonna affect them. It's gonna affect other aspects of their life and the things that they do. Maybe some of them are studying. I just got it's going to affect like their studies. It's going to affect their ability to learn or to try new things, or to want to try new things, or to venture out. Like, you know, they just will like kind of lose out on some of the confidence that they've had in the past. Even in relationships, I feel like for some of this, I feel like with the opposite sex or whatever sex that they're interested in, you know, they are going to like feel like an amateur. They're going to feel like an amateur. They're going to feel like they don't know what they're doing. Like, and that's going to create like cast a shadow of a doubt. What's that? Cast a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, it's going to cast doubt all over them, right? And it's going to make it more difficult for them to enjoy the things that they already have as well in their current, like what they currently have. Like I'm seeing that like they have things already, but they're going to be so focused on these other things that didn't work out that they're not going to be able to enjoy the things that they do have, or they're not going to have the confidence to go for new things or to start out on like new paths. Like they're just not going to have the confidence, right? Like I'm looking at this lion right here, and the way he's sitting there is like, I don't know, it's almost like he's on pause, like he's not in his element anymore. Like I feel like he should be out running or chasing after something, but he's just kind of there, and he's not even just sitting there like ready to pounce or ready. Like I just feel like he's just there like on hold, like waiting, because it's like now I'm thinking of, you know, when a cat is chasing after its prey, it's going after what it wants. Like it's relying on its instincts. I feel like its instincts are going to be like that shadow of doubt that's going to be cast over is going to be casting a doubt over this person's instincts, and they're like what drives them to take action, right? And so it's going to be really, really, really hard for them. So that's pretty much what I'm getting for this reading. So that's what it is. That's what this person is going to experience, and that's what's going to happen. So that is the reading, group 4. If you like the reading, please leave a like, comments, subscribe, share this video with someone if you think they will enjoy it. I will see you guys soon. Take care.